Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know that it's been a minute since you guys have seen my face, but I'm still here grinding, doing my thing, and I just wanted to say hi and check in. So this week's video is just a video of me painting in my sketchbook from a reference photo. I'm not gonna lie, I have not been creating or making art as often as I used to. A lot of things, I'm working a job and stuff like that, my kids, my family. So, I try to sketchbook at night. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I end up falling asleep. But, I'm giving it my try. But also, I wanted to give you guys an update about the direction of this channel. I'm still going to be making art, but I'm also going to be changing the channel name and consolidating my art practice and my healing practices. So it's all going to be on one channel. The name of my company is called Spirited Hands, and that is where I do sound healing, Reiki healing, and tarot cards, and just wellness in general. So I will be including that type of healing content as well as my art content will all live on this one channel. So I know I'm probably going to lose some subscribers, but that's fine. If you still want to stick around for the healing content, for the sound healings, Reiki, even my podcast episodes, stick around. I would love to have you. But if not, I understand. Sometimes, people are like, I didn't sign up for that. I just want to see art. And that's fine. I get it, because I've done that too to creators. The coming weeks, there will be changes to the channel, the banner and stuff, and you will start seeing different content from me, still including art, but other content as well. So, with all of that being said, if that is something that you are interested in, stick around and stay tuned. For today's video, I will be painting using acrylic paint and using one of my favorite art supplies right now is the Neo Art, Carandache Neo Arts. It took me a while to get into them, even though I did buy the set of 12, only 12, and then I went back and bought like a couple, like 6 or 7 loose ones, that colors that I wanted. So anyway, using acrylic paint and topped off with the wax oil pastels. Enough rambling, and let's get on to the video. Hello everyone, welcome to this video. If you saw in the intro, I am going to be painting just something from a reference photo. I'll pop the photo in here real quick so that you guys can, I guess, screenshot it if you want to follow along. But anyway, so I decided to make a new acrylic palette, something that is on the go And if you saw that palette that I'm using right there, it's a one of those stay moist palettes. It has like this cover and that seals at the top. So it's kind of convenient, and I just filled it with some of my favorite paint colors that I usually use, and it's easier that way to use my acrylic paints in my sketchbooks, because I sometimes I don't always want to pull out a canvas or a large piece of paper, and I just want to be in my book, and then that's it. Anyway, I'm really just freestyling this, guys, because I just didn't want to throw on some music and, it kind of be a snoozer of a video. I wanted to talk. And since, I haven't been doing videos as much as I used to or that I want to, I figure I'd give you you guys some life updates while you watch me paint this. So anyway, so since December, life has been really lifing. And in December, my mom passed away, and she had dementia for a while, but was formally like diagnosed or whatever in 2019. So in December, she, lost her fight with dementia. It was a long fight. I mean, I can't even imagine, and I hope I don't ever, be in that position. But they say it's hereditary or whatever, but there's like tests that you can take to see if if you might, be prone to dementia and stuff like that. So I was thinking about asking my doctor about that, actually. But anyway, yeah, so she lost her battle with that in December. So it has been weird ever since for me. I just, aside from the loss, because I did know that there's no cure. So it was only going to be a decline until she passes away. But when it happened, it was like, oof, this is really happening. So it's a wake up call. So I just, then that's when I, was kind of slowing down with my art making and stuff. And I feel like I want to go in a specific direction and stay there, but I don't, and I don't want to jump around in terms of like like what I paint and what I, what type of art I create. Because part of me likes like female centered art, feminine centered art, the female form and all of that. And then another part of me loves landscapes, like what I'm doing right now in the video. And so I'm just going to do whatever. I'm just going to make my art and not try to pigeonhole myself into one category. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess other artists must go through that as well, trying to pick a lane and stay in that lane so they could get known. I don't know. That just doesn't work for me. And I don't think that works, period, to be honest. I think, artists, we should just make our art, let our art speak for itself, and that's it. You know what I mean? Don't pigeonhole yourself into a category and say, "Oh, I'm just a painter." That's why I love mixed media, because there's so much media. It's a mixture of media. Yeah, because you can use different things and you can layer and you can create textures and like collaging and all of the things. And now lately I've been into oil sticks, the drawing oils by RNF. And I recently also got some new Sennelier oil sticks as well. And, I love experimenting with stuff like that. Yeah, and in this video, I'm going to be using the Carandacheluminance. You could see to the left of the screen there. So, yeah, I love experimenting with other things, and it just opens you up more for more inspiration, but I do have to say, now that I've really settled into, I want to say, my artistry, there's a lot of art supplies that I have that I bought to try and experiment that I don't use. And that's the part I don't like. A lot of markers, Tombow markers, I don't use them. And I want to. It's just that, being that my art time is limited, I gravitate towards the supplies that I like, that I've created a process with. And so now I have, a lot of colored pencils and oil pastels and all of these art supplies that I want to get rid of. And I'm trying to figure out how I can, if I could sell them. Is there a market? Is there a used art supply sales on the internet? Because I would do that. Because, art supplies are expensive. So is there a Poshmark of art supplies? Does anyone know? Leave that information in the comments, please. So, okay, where are we in this painting? Oh, I'm mixing the blues. Yeah, and then trying to get it a little darker, more like a Payne's gray I wanted. I remember that. So, yeah, that palette I really, really like. And I'm going to, once the weather breaks here again in New York, because it did yesterday. The past 3 days have been super hot, and now it's back to 50 degrees and cold and windy in New York. Anyway, once the weather starts really weathering the way it's supposed to, I am gonna go and take this acrylic palette out and see what it do, because I've never used acrylic paint plein air. It's always been like watercolor or gouache, never acrylic paint. So we'll see. I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, then I'm going to have to bring a bucket, water, and stuff like that. So, okay. I'll probably bring 2 cups of water. I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited about that because I really do like going outside and drawing and painting. And so we'll see what that holds. So right here, this whole time, I've just been adding the first layers with acrylic paint. And there is a point where obviously, I let it dry for a little while, and then I come back with using the Neo Arts. So I am actually going to leave you guys here and put on some music for the last couple of minutes here. And if you're new here, thank you for being here. Please do subscribe and interact with the video, like, comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.